What's going on, everybody? ActorShakal here, and we're back again with some Mario Kart Wii CTGP 200cc custom tracks. It's been a while since we've done this series. I've been more focusing on online races and Mario Sports Mix, which you'll have seen already, hopefully. But we're back again with some more 200cc. It's been a while since I've played 200cc actually as well. I've more been focusing on Ice and Rain as well. I've been in a few streams where we've been playing Ice and Rain there, so that's been pretty fun. But I thought we'd go back to basics. Well, I say basics. Back to 200cc. 200cc is definitely not basic. It's not for beginners. So we're going to test, again, 7 tracks on 200cc, all custom tracks, to see whether they work in CTGP or whether they don't. And the first one I want to try is not Melting Magma Melee. That will come later. Not in this video. Definitely not in this video. I don't feel ready to play Melting Magma Melee yet. But we're going to instead play Marble Towers, which is also a really, really cool track. If you haven't seen this track before, you're in for a treat, because this is, I think it's by Spy Kid, this, and it's one of the most imaginative tracks I've actually seen in CTGP. You know, like those, like marble games, like we have to roll a marble down a track? It's basically one of those. So, obviously this is perfectly fine on 150. Ooh. We're not even, like, 5 seconds into the track and we almost fell off already. But yeah, this is obviously fine in a 150cc rather. So we're just testing this on 200, and I'm already finding it very hard to control. There's a little shortcut up here. I took it quite poorly, but you can get up there and cut that corner off. And then coming up in a minute is another shortcut, which is here. Aha! So usually you can make that from the second platform. The second ramp, sorry, my bad. But on this occasion, on the 200cc, since it's a lot faster, you can take it from the top ramp, which is really cool. And, oh, yep, those are marbles. They go in circular patterns. Or, actually no, that one isn't. I think that one's having a bit of a struggle. But, yeah, this is one of the coolest Spy Kid tracks I've seen. It's just one of those tracks where, you can tell, how much, creativity went into this and how many ideas went into it. Just like, you know, it feels very Nintendo-y as well. It's like, you know, I can imagine, Nintendo sitting down and going, you know what we need? We need a Mario Kart track inside a marble game. Oh, wait, someone's already done that already? Ah, sign me up! Like, you know, it's a really, really, really cool idea. And, again, it just feels like a track that's just naturally fits into Mario Kart. Like, regardless of whether it's Mario Kart Wii or, like, I could see this, a level like this being a new track in the next Mario Kart game. I'm not sure whether to, speaking of, next Mario Kart games, I'm not sure whether to count, Mario Kart Tour as, like, an official Mario Kart game, like an official release. I would say no, because I don't think people should consider mobile games to be like official kind of releases in a series. So like, you know, Super Mario Run, for example, as I think it's a great game. As good as I think Super Mario Run is, I don't think I would consider a main title. Oh, I might have just screwed myself over it. Yep. I tried making it streamless, but unfortunately that doesn't work. Even in 200cc, that blue carpet just slows you down so much. But anyway, so yeah, as good as Super Mario Run is, I wouldn't consider it, you know, in the same series as, say, for example, the new Super Mario Bros. Series, which I think it's quite similar to, and it's really taken a lot of inspiration from. And it's the same with Mario Kart Tour. I don't think I consider that a proper Mario Kart game, if that makes any sense. But yeah, anyway, back to the track. It went over really quickly, actually. I'd say this works pretty well on 200cc. I didn't brake drift around a lot of the corners, which is probably what you're meant to do. But yeah, some of the jumps I think feel a little bit awkward as well. It's like when you're going up the ramps and stuff, you do just kind of go everywhere and you're not really sure where you're meant to go next. The shortcut's cool though. The fact that you can take it from that top ramp instead of the middle ramp is quite cool, and it will save a lot of time as well. So yeah, I'd say this one works really well on 200cc. Okay, so for the next track, we're gonna get this one out of the way, if I can talk. Rush City Run. This is a track that I'm not too keen on. I also looked at the update patch, and I think the update was wrong, because Rush City, it said that Rush City Run, this track, was in the update, and it said it updated to its latest version. I don't know what that meant. Maybe it was updated to some degree, but there are no changes to this. Like, it's still as hard to drive as it always has been, and it's just never been a track that I've enjoyed playing. I thought they'd have, you know, made the... Oh, no. I thought they'd have made the corners easier to take, or, like, just even a visual update. Like, just something, anything, to make this track look better and kind of make it more drivable. But sadly, it doesn't seem to have had any visual updates, or anything I can see. I'm just going out of bounds left, right, and center here. But yeah, no, it's just not a... this isn't the track for me anyway, but I'll play it in 200 and see how it goes. Yeah, this track does have a really cool shortcut though. If I just go over here, you can go over this ramp, and you cut off that entire U-turn, which is more like a rectangle turn. There's also a shortcut up here that I didn't know about until really recently. It's like somewhere... Yeah, there it is. It's a ramp. So you can take that and get back down. I think that's used in the Expert Staff Ghost on this, I believe. On normal 150. But yeah, do you see what I mean? Just these... Look, I try to turn. I'll always crash into the wall. Every single time. This is not a... It's just not a fun track to drive. Let's take the other route, though, and see how that goes. I feel like this might be better. Yeah, that's definitely a lot better. Although that platform up top definitely kind of catches you by surprise. My friend Sam, I need to get him back in a video at some point. I keep saying that, but I promise I'll rope him in for another video at some point. He's more of a casual gamer, or more casual Mario Kart player, I should say. He doesn't play this that much, but when he plays it, he enjoys it. But anyway, he's played this track, I think, a couple of times, and I don't think he's enjoyed it. He's kind of said that, like, yeah, no, this track, you just struggle on it. You can't see where the turns are. At least the signpost on this is quite good, because you can at least see the arrows in time for where you're meant to turn. Apart from when you go up top there, the ramp I just took, that's just a blind turn. But in terms of, like, basic turns, it does a pretty good job of, like, you know, telling you where to go. I thought I nearly messed up that shortcut for a second. But yeah, no. I think just overall verdict, I could say it's for the race finishes. I don't think it works on 200cc. I think you could maybe make this work, pardon me, on 150, because that's obviously how the track's meant to go. But, like, yeah, it's just never been a fun track to drive for me anyway. In terms of, like, my favorite tracks, I would say this is probably down bottom. But 200cc, I don't think it works that very well at all. But yeah, let's hope that the other 5 tracks that we play today are better than this. So next up, we're going to play Big Nature Sissy. I believe in... What episode was it? I have a list of all the episodes on my phone. Not episodes. Episodes and tracks that I've played on my phone, so I don't lose track. I think it was episode 5 of this series that I played Big Express Sissy. This is Big Nature Sissy, which is kind of like the prequel, I guess, to Big Express Sissy. But yeah, I like this track. I want to see if I can take the shortcut here, though, first of all. I probably didn't even need a mushroom for that. Or I might have done, actually, because I might have soared over that first ramp. But yeah, it's just a nice track to play, I think. I don't know if a lot of people like it, though. I might be in the minority. Where do I go? Oh, jeez. I just fell through the map. This is a great start. This is amazing. But yeah, I don't know. I think this track is, it doesn't get as much credit as I think it should. Because this is just I think this track is really fun to play. Apart from the signposting, I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? I'm going the wrong way. Okay, it's this way. I can see why people wouldn't like this now, actually, because that's my first major gripe. No signposting at the beginning, apart from, like, there, where you go into the city. But other than that, like, there's not a whole lot at the very beginning. And hey, look, Super Mario Maker. That's coming out soon, at the time of recording. It will probably be out, actually, by the time this video is done. and released. It's currently the 20th of June when I'm recording this. And I think Mario Maker comes out on the 28th. So, yeah. I don't know. I'll definitely be getting that. And a lot of videos, Mario Maker 2, sorry, will be coming out in the future. I'm so looking forward to playing that game. Oh, God, that turn. What I do like is the effect on the walls. How, oh, God, where do I go? How, like, when you go near them, they kind of materialize in, like, a hexagonal pattern. So that's pretty cool. Let's see if I can take the shroomless. Oh, no. I probably could have taken that. I just need to take that turn slightly earlier. But yeah, no. This track, I think, is... Again, I think it's cool, but, like, there are issues with it. But I think overall, in terms of, like, how well does it drive? I think it drives pretty well, actually. I've had, like, no major problems with it. It's not actually that bad of a track. I like this one. What's in here? Have I been in here yet? Oh, this is off-road. Amiibo! I love the little amiibo house. I didn't even know that was in there. Well, I knew the house was there. I didn't know what was actually in the room. I just never took notice of that when I was racing before. But yeah, just going back to Mario Maker real quick. I think that I played so much of the original Mario Maker on Wii U, and I thought that was such a good game. Because with me, I think a lot of people will agree with me on this. I hope. I find that being creative in games is one of the coolest things you can do. Like, when you get a lot more freedom to kind of mess around and do what you want, I love that. So, like, even though I've never owned it, I love playing The Sims on my friend's laptop because I can just create my own little world, which I thought was just the coolest thing ever. And Mario Maker kind of allowed you that same freedom, just from being able to make your own levels and being able to put them online for other people to play was so cool. I didn't really get, like, really big on there, as, like, I would have hoped. But, like, you know, hopefully now that I'm actually a game design student and I know how to design levels better, hopefully I'll be able to make some levels, which will be tough. But yeah, back to this track now. This track works really well on 200cc. It's easy to drive, it's really wide, which I've mentioned this before in videos. Having a track that's really wide and open is the best option. It's the best thing for a track and for driving on 200cc. It's wide and open, you can take the turns a lot easier, and it doesn't feel as, like, confined. So, yeah, this track works really well on 200cc. So when I was talking about Rush City Run earlier, I mentioned the fact that that wasn't actually in the update. It might have been, but I can't tell. You can't tell if it's been in the update or not. But we're going to play a track now that definitely was, and it's Lava Lake. I've heard a lot of praise for this track, ever since it came out. I know, a lot of people on YouTube have said, like, this is a really cool track. I think TWD98 said it's one of his favorite custom tracks of all time, which, like, you know, Troy's played a lot, so, he's pretty knowledgeable of custom tracks and how they work. But, yeah, he's played a lot, so, his knowledge of that is quite, you know, it's quite good. But yeah, this is Lava Lake. This was in the most recent update. If you want to see my take on this, just driving it for the first time, I have an update video for the new tracks, saying hello to new tracks 2, I believe it is. But yeah, this track I think is a lot of fun to just play in general. I don't know if it's one of my favorite tracks of all time, because I've played pretty much all the custom tracks in this. And I would say that, like, this is really cool, but I don't think it ranks as high as some other ones. Like, one of my favorite custom tracks of all time now is Dragon Burial Grounds. Like, it feels unique, and I've never, ever seen that before in CTGP. Before we do that, though, I should probably just go this way. There's a little shortcut you can take. You can go there. You'd need 2 mushrooms for this, usually, or a golden mushroom. You can go there and skip that entire section where you go underneath the lava. I was playing this with Sam recently, and he mentioned that part of the track, we go underneath the lava, and he said it was one of the trippiest things he's ever seen in his life. So I guess that's a compliment to the track, I guess. But yeah, no, this track is quite cool. But yeah, anyway, Dragon Burial Grounds, one of the best custom tracks in this, because it feels so unique. With this one, I don't know why, it's definitely unique, I like it, But I don't know, just something fails to click with me about this one that doesn't put it into, like, top 10 custom tracks. Like, it's really good, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a bad track, but it's not my absolute favourite, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I think this track works pretty well on 200cc. Again, I'm not brake drifting that much. Part of me is kind of forgetting that brake drifting is a thing in 200cc, because I've just spent so long playing Ice and Rain and just normal Mario Kart Wii that I've forgotten the mechanics of 200. But yeah, this track definitely works on 200cc. As long as you brake drift around a lot of the corners, you'll pretty much be fine. So, yeah. Also, you hopefully won't have too much time taking the shortcuts. There's one shortcut I didn't show, but I can never find where it is. So, that'll have to wait for another time. But yeah, this track works really well on 200cc, no question about it. So next up we're going to play a track which is from one of my favourite games outside of, you know, Mario and stuff. It's Sonic Adventure DX Twinkle Circuit. Now, if you've played Sonic Adventure DX, and you should, because it's hilarious, this was released, I think, originally in 1998, and then it was re-released, I think, on GameCube, I want to say? Correct me if I'm wrong. But this track was from the game. And you're probably thinking to yourself, but, this isn't a Sonic thing. This is just, like, a really fancy racetrack you'd probably see in Crash Bandicoot or something. And I'd say you'd probably be right, but this was from a mini-game from Twinkle Park. I think it's called Twinkle Park. But yeah, this is a special mini-game from that, where you just basically did Mario Kart on this track. And it's just a really, really, really cool track. It's very basic, but just the fact that someone managed to add this into the game, I think is really cool. Although, saying that, I did just jump over the side of the wall. But yeah, this is one of my favourite games outside of, like, you know, Nintendo games. Because I know, you know, Mario and Sonic are kind of like, they're friends now. But I do still consider, like, their games to be kind of different. But yeah, this is one of my favourite Sonic games, because it is hilarious. I think the gameplay for Sonic Adventure was unique. I thought they, unique's probably not the right word. Ambitious is the word I'm going for. You know, having 6 different campaigns in the game, and having like different mechanics for each of them, must have been so kind of hard to code. It was Sonic trying something new. They tried going open world, 6 different campaigns and mechanics, like I was saying before. These massive like 3D environments. There's just so much going on in those games that, like, I kind of respect it. Like, it's just a really, really cool concept. Oh no. I keep going off this same wall. It's the same wall over and over and over again. And I keep spawning back down here. Stop it. Let me pass. Okay, cool. There we go. But yeah, this game, it doesn't get shown enough love, I think. Because it has the thing that, downgrades it a bit is that it hasn't aged very well. Like, if you look at Sonic, like, if you compare Sonic Adventure now to a game like, you know, Sonic Generations or Sonic Colors, for example, you'll look at those games and compare it back to Sonic Adventure, and you'll think, wow, Sonic Adventure is old. But yeah, I think this game's really good. Like, it's not the best Sonic game of all time, but I would say for me, personally, as a favourite, it's definitely up there in terms of, like, you know, like top, I would say 5 maybe, Sonic games. Maybe not top 5, maybe like top 8. If you want to go really specific. Come on, don't fall off the wall. No! I keep falling off the same wall. Don't spawn me back down there, please. Oh my god. Okay, let's just get around this corner. Maybe one day I'll be able to take this corner without falling off the same bleeding wall every time. Oh god, I nearly fell off a different one. But yeah, Sonic Adventure DX, whatever you want to call it. Great game. Go and play it. I think it's on Steam, so you can download it and play it on your laptop. But yeah, this track, it's fine. I think it's pretty basic, but you just need to brake drift around the corners, like I keep saying. I probably would have got a better time if I hadn't fallen off the same corner about 5 different times. But hey, you never know. You never know what can happen on Mario Kart Wii custom tracks. Okay, so next up we're going to be playing another retro track, but I don't think Waluigi is fit for playing this one. So we're going to switch character real quick to someone who we haven't actually played on this channel before.
It's me, Wario.
As he says, it's a him, Wario. I'm tempted to use... Yeah, why not? Let's use the Wario bike. Wario on the Wario bike on Wario's Shipwreck. This might not give the best indication of how well this will go. I've already driven this as a Daisy Mark bike, as you just saw there. So, you know, I've done this before on like an actually good vehicle. But we'll see here. We'll see how this goes. I rarely use this vehicle, by the way, so this might turn out to be awful. But yeah, I think this this track is quite cool. Even though, oh god, the drift of this thing is horrible. But yeah, I think this track normally is quite cool. This is originally from Mario Kart 7 on the 3DS. And this is one of my favourite tracks on the 3DS. I can't remember what cup it was from. But yeah, I think this is one of those tracks which, I think, I don't know, I'm just trying to focus on driving this thing as the Wario bike. Because this thing's drift is terrible. I'm not used to outside drifting bikes either. I don't know why I decided to do this. But yeah, my one question about this track though is, can you even get up there? Because there are these ramps here which are from the original game, but you can't seem to get up there. Because what would usually happen is you'd have your glider, and you'd be able to glide up to those ramps, or those boost panels, sorry, and you'd be able to boost off onto a new ramp, which I thought was quite cool. But yeah, it's just for some reason in this game you can't reach it. I don't know why you'd still include those ramps if you're not able to get to them. I imagine it's probably hard to kind of, you know, make this track Mario Kart 7-ish. Like, it's the same with probably like roadling the Snow World as well. There are things you could probably do in Snow World that you can't do in Mario Kart, or in Mario Kart 7, sorry, that you can't do in Mario Kart Wii. So yeah, I don't know. It's confusing, but I think I can see why. It would probably be really hard to make, you know, a gliding effect to get to those ramps on this track. But yeah, I think this track is fine. Driving as the Wario bike is not fine. I found that out the hard way. But yeah, I think this track is really beautiful, and I think it just drives really, really well on 200. Oh, go on, make it to the pipe. Yes, I just barely made that. Let's take this route. I don't think I've ever taken this route before. Okay, so it's just a more inside route, I guess. I think probably even in 150 that must have been a really hard turn to take. Alright, so let's just finish this this track off. Let's get to the verdict. Yeah, never. I think never gonna use the Wario bike again. I'll probably use it again at some point for a laugh, but like I would never play this bike when I'm playing Mario Kart seriously. But yeah, I think this track, I think it works pretty well on 200. I've already played it on the Mark bike. I had a couple of test runs on the Flame Runner as well, like maybe 1 or 2 laps. But I think this works pretty well with inside drifting bikes. Outside drifting bikes, you're screwed. But with inside drifting bikes, like again the Mark bike, the Flame Runner, bikes like that, you're pretty much fine. Again, I think it's a case of brake drifting around some of those corners, and then you're pretty much fine. So we're not on the Wario bike anymore. We're back as Waluigi Flame Runner. Thank God. I don't know if I want to race on that thing for a while now. But we're on the last track for the video, and we're going to be playing Autumn Leaves Way. This is a track that I kind of struggle with in 150. I don't know why. It just gives me like those Maple Treeway vibes. Because Treeway isn't a track I'm good at either. So I think maybe it's the theme has kind of rubbed off. Maybe autumn themed tracks are a curse for me. The curse of the autumn themed tracks. But we'll see how this goes. I've never driven this on 200. So this will be interesting to see how it goes. what I'm getting so far is it's a pretty wide track to play. Can I go up here? Oh, go on. Oh, we made it. Oh, it's out of bounds. What? Why is that out of bounds? I guess it's because you can't make it in 150, maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, I think this track is pretty open, so I'm assuming it's pretty good for 200. Because, you know, the theme always has been... oh, go on. Yes, made it. No, never mind. But yeah, anyway, the theme with 200cc tracks is that the more open it is, the better. So, this track feels open above Goldwood. Okay, thank God. But yeah, this is one of those tracks where, again, I'm not very good at it, and I don't know why. It's pretty open, apart from that last bit. But I think it's just one of those tracks where all the people online that I play with are just better at this track than I am. Because I've never been able to get used to this track. Again, I don't know why. Don't queer me on that. I'm not sure either. But yeah, this is one of those tracks I've always wanted to get better at as well, because it is such a nice track. And I have time trialed a couple of tracks before. Like, you know, Jungle Jamble is one of my favourite tracks to time trial, because it requires so much skill. But like, this is one of those tracks where I do want to get better at, because like, yeah, Jungle Jamble is a really nice looking track, and if you want to time trial a track, you want it to be at least like looking really nice. So like, I'd never time trial Haunted Woods, for example, because apart from the fact that it's one of my least favourite karting tracks in the whole game, I just think that like I never do it because it doesn't look as nice as Jungle Jamble. It's the same thing for tracks like I'd maybe consider time trialing. Ooh, just barely made that. I'd maybe consider time trialing Dragon Burial Grounds. But again, that's again, I'm not sure what I do with the time trials. Just because, like, I'm not really a time trialer kind of guy. I like online and stuff like that, or speedrunning. But yeah, I just kind of rambled throughout that last race. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, the track. If you could understand my rambling, or at least get through it and survive, again, I'm really sorry about that. This was a pretty good track to drive. I think that last part was just a bit too hard to drive for me, I think. Yeah, that last bit wasn't great for 200, but the rest of it is perfectly fine. The rest of it's really open and stuff like that. Signposting is pretty good for the most part. But yeah, again, it is just that last section where you have to ramp over loads of stuff. If you want to drive that in the most optimal way, you're going to have to focus really hard on that, because that is so hard on 200cc. And that's going to do it. This was a really fun little video to do. We played a lot of new tracks. We played Lava Lake from the update, and we played Rush City Run from not the update. We played some retros. We played Warriors Shipwreck, and I guess if you want to consider it a retro, Sonic Adventure DX Twinkle Circuit, I guess could be considered one as well. And then we played just some really creative tracks as well, like Marble Towers. I think Marble Towers was my favourite one to drive out of all of them, apart from maybe Big Nature City as well. I thought Big Nature City was quite fun to do as well. But yeah, I think Warrior Shipwreck I would have enjoyed more if I didn't use the Warrior bike. If I just used Flame Runner Waluigi, then I'd have been completely fine. But no, I had to mess things up for myself. But yeah, I'll be continuing the series while I'm back at home, so stay tuned for that. But for now, that's going to be all. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell so you don't miss any new videos from me. I've been Nature Sissy, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.
Yeah.